had to convince her. Seriously, she's been talking this up to me for the past 2 months. Yeah. Alright, she's probably just giving you the hard sell so you actually work for the team. Not as if, oh yes, well I'm in her team she's been thinking about for a while. Just saying. It's a big change, plus I just met you guys. I'd be hesitant too. Axel grins, no doubt replaying Jet's angst in his mind's eye. Getting in at the ground floor is a major plus. You're in the right place at the right time, if it works out, that is. Excel glances over his shoulder before returning his attention to me. Most teams barely pay their players anything. I've got it good for someone my age, but even I have part of my winnings taken for the team's benefit. Ouch, luckily for Westerners, that isn't a trend that has caught on outside of South Korea. So, I love how we're in South Korea and still everyone looks American. It's really amusing. I can't do it, it's impossible. The word simply will not come. What? Oh! Axel lets a laugh, genuine and highly amused. He tries to get his words out, and unlike me, eventually ends up succeeding. No, I will not join your team. That is a ridiculous idea. Sorry, Mac, but no can do. I'm signed with Crash until the end of the year. I'm not allowed to play for anyone else until my contract is up. As I expected, really. It shouldn't come as a surprise. I sigh, fall back into my chair, and rest my palms atop my head. I had to ask. Jet's expecting me to pick up our players while she handles the management and sponsorship side of things. Come on, get angry and tell her that she should do it. Fuck's sake. Don't tell me that I should do it. Oh, well. At least give me a lead. Hey, well, I can help you with the next best thing. I'd be thankful for any help at all. Don't you worry. I've got a short list of easy pickups, an extremely short list. He clears his throat. There's only one person on it, but hey, better than nothing, right? Who is it? Oh, straight to business. Eager for your bunk bed, I see. Trust me, Mac, you'll want the bottom bunk. You know from experience? Sure do. When I was 16, some up-jump Brood War clans scraped me from the bottom of the barrel and set me up on their overcrowded sweatshop of a team house. Had to sleep above someone at least 2 years past a graceful retirement. I've seen solitaire players with better APM. He snored a lot. APM. I think we've already been through that one, right? It's abilities per minute, how many things you do per minute, so you hear all that like serious clicking every time we're in the other room in this building. Yeah, it's because, you know, people are constantly knocking around and doing different movements. That's what APM is. Awesome, we got it. Awesome. As horrible as he's trying to make it seem, Excel sounds closer to wistful than bitter as he recounts his first years as a professional gamer. What happens to the team? Sponsor flaked. Team didn't have enough money for legal action. Coach didn't tell us until 20 minutes before rent was due. Someone stole my mouse pad as we were moving out, and that was the end of my StarCraft career. Wait, no, it kept going for 7 years after that and somehow still isn't over. Always forget that part. Excel, top Korean Terran, master storyteller. I'm just going to lower one eyebrow and look at that cynically. Then I'm going to forget that never happened. Anyway, this guy's name is Stunt, plays Protoss. Stunt. Of course it's Stunt. Oh, jeez. He's pretty good. But? Does there have to be a but? I'm sensing a but. It's a small but. He's incredibly cheesy and maybe a touch arrogant. But he's a high schooler, but he's pretty good. Why haven't any other teams picked him up in that case? He shrugs. I get the feeling that Axel genuinely doesn't know, but I'm left anxious nonetheless. Still, it's important to have at least some kind of racial distribution of the team. Not in terms of foreign or Korean, mind you, but rather Zerg, Protoss and Terran. Yeah, I get that. You do need some... You can't just not have any players, to be fair. Whatever. Do you know how I could get in touch with him? I could give you his info for a friend request, but he'd probably block you on the assumption that you're a gold seller or something. Your best bet is to find him in person at Stomping Grounds. His Stomping Grounds? What do you mean? Where? No, Stomping Grounds. That's the name of a PC bang he's usually at. Another trek across the O. I've never heard of this place, much less been to it. Excel takes note of my frown and wags a finger at me. What, you fly halfway across the world and can't be bothered to walk half an hour? Take the subway if you're that lazy. No, it's fine. I shouldn't expect this to be easy. Don't say that! Say you don't know where it is, because otherwise you just come across badly. Whatever. Now we're talking. Get going. I'll keep an eye out for you, for your next player in the meantime. Do we get a number of people to choose from? Like, say we meet 4 people now and we can pick 2 of them. Or do we only get to pick 2 people because they only show us 2 people? Again, I sort of wonder whether this game actually has choice or whether it's just the illusion of choice, whether you end up in the same situation regardless of what you're doing. I checked the map on my phone for the second time after reading the sign for a third. This is definitely stomping grounds. A deep breath helps calm my nerves. Seconds later, I push open the glass door and make my inside. This is very much the same. How similar is this to the last one? So I want to know whether it's the same thing, but a different colour scheme. I don't know. Pretty much as expected, computers, vending machines, tables, and the sound of 24 mice and keyboards. Is it mice or is it mouses? Mice. PC bangs are nothing if not similar to one another. Well, there's only so much you can do. When a shiver runs down my back, I realise that the AC here is cranked up ridiculously high. I read somewhere that casinos pump in extra oxygen to keep their patrons awake and alert. Really? Maybe this place has tried to adapt the same tactic to their cafe. I don't get that at all. A middle-aged woman sits behind the front desk. She glances up at me when I pass by and then returns her attention to the magazine splayed out in front of her. A quick scan of heads lined up in front of monitors offers me a few potential stunts amidst the sea of scrubs. By Excel's description, he's short and has bleached hair. We're looking for a blonde guy in Korea? There are none of those people. This is going to be so easy to find, surely. I'm able to narrow it down quickly and confirm his identity with a look at his monitor. He's in the middle of a ladder match. And he's playing StarCraft 2 with one hand. The other is occupied with the game on his cell phone. All the same, Stunt's crushing his opponent with a rush build, and by the look on his face he takes great pleasure in the fact. His enemy sends a salty one-liner before dropping out of the game without a GG. Stunt grins wide and puts his hand behind his head satisfied. After checking the post-game stats, he glances over his shoulder and then spins his chair around to find me watching him. Really? Come on, he's like 14. And why does his mobile phone look like something out of Tron? Look at it. Oh, Jesus, come on, that looks like a football emblem. Is this actually like a football coach? Come on. So, something you want? Yeah, you're Stunt, right? That's me, and who are you? I'm Mac. Stunt lights up, stands upright, and plants his head on his hips all at once. Right, the foreigner that Excel messaged me about. We're starting to think he wouldn't show up. Let's get this bet match going. Hey everyone, the bet match is on. What? Damn it, really, Excel? Before I can attempt an explanation, a crowd of 6 or 7 middle-aged school-aged kids forms behind Stunt. I don't see myself talking my way out of this. Bet match, right, that's me, yes, that's what I'm here for. A foreigner girl is going up against Stunt. Is this a bet match or a donation? I shouldn't have to explain what a bet match is, do I? Just a random thought. And will they learn? He's the cafe's best player. Hey Stunt, will you buy me a juice with your winnings? Stunt ignores the peanut gallery. That's a term I've never heard of. And takes a step forward, sizing me up. Judging by his appearance, it looks like he just started high school. I'm almost a head taller than him. Oh god, he's actually like 13 or 14. How are we going to hire this guy? What? Yeah, you can come and live in our team house. And oh shit, you have an education. Okay, so you can't do that. Oh yeah, this guy's going to be lovely to work with. Jesus. Excel said you were down for a 15,001 bet, but come on, you can do better than that, right? How much were you thinking? 25,000 is much better number. Wouldn't you say? Come on, you had to drag your ass all the way over here to play. Let's make it interesting. That's what, $25 or so? I'd have to... 25... Okay, so 1 is like 1 lower than yen, right? So it is just... 1 is like 0.1 of a yen? So 0.10, sorry. Not 1. I think that's how it works. Yeah. Okay, so I'd have to skip a few trips to Go-Mart, but I can't risk having him turn me down. Okay, fine, 25,000. What are we going to do about maps? Best of 3, right? Nah, best of 1 is fine. My time's too valuable. And sure, good faith, you can pick the map. Excel wasn't kidding about this kid's cockiness. Whatever, at least I can choose a map without long rush distance. Without? What do you mean without? Did that say without? Hang on. With. Oh my god. Okay, that scared me. I was like, what the hell is wrong with you? Some maps have bases which are further away from one another. And obviously, it is slightly more awkward to aggressively attack a base that early on, which is even further away. Awesome. Got it. I found a seated a computer nearby, though not close, that we could catch a glimpse at one another's screen. A locked window stares back at me as I sit down. Of course, I need to pay to use the PC. But before I can head back to the front desk, Stunt slides in front of me and takes the mouse. Yo, I got it. Consider it an investment for the money you're about to give me. He unlocks the machine with a few clicks and the entry of a password. Huh, that works. After I thank him, he slinks back over to his setup. Stunt shares a few confident words with an underage crowd behind him and then throws his headphones on. I host up a game and toss him an invite. It's not long after that I'm staring down my base with 6 workers. Okay, so obviously it's going to ask us, yeah, young untrained talent, favours unorthodox play, bad taste in hair dye. That is not a StarCraft talent or attribute. So we can either choose to be defensive, which probably won't work, or counterattack. I'm feeling that. What we're going to do though, again, just a, you know, a little bit of insurance policy. Quick save. Never know when it's going to come in handy. Cannons, 2-gate, 4-gate, blink, proxy robo, proxy stargate. There are a dozen different ways that stunt could end this game early. As a precaution, I scout around the interior of my base to ensure that I'm not being cannon rushed. As I discover, I am! Just outside my vision range and dangerously close to my worker line, a cannon finishes building. Okay, so that's a cannon rush. Just an FYI, that is the world's low... We know this guy's aggressive, right? We know that's his thing. He loves being aggressive. And by the time we scouted, he already had a cannon down. I cannot begin to explain to you just how late that is for our scouting. Jesus. Some losses in defense are inevitable, but if I can handle this well, it should put me ahead of Stunt. It's gutsy of him to risk a best of 1 on a strategy like this. Practically all I have to do is scout it to score a victory. By microing my injured CVs away from cannon shots, I'm able to end the rush at low cost. In truth, that seemed like an exceptionally weak attack. Is Excel hyping up this kid for nothing? Oh no! Confidence we've lost. I end up losing 3 of my workers by the time his single cannon is dead. Now where's that probe? There it is. With his probe down, there's no way he'll be able to drop it down any more cannons. Or there's 2! Still, he's probably planning his next move. I have to decide what comes next. If he's transitioning to something standard, this would be the perfect time to counterattack. His tech has to be lacking, so there's no way he'll have strong enough units to defend a marine attack. While this seems incredibly unlikely, there's always a chance that he might have another attack ready. If I want to err on the same of caution, I could stay in my base and simply tech up, but that might give him enough time to get back in the game. I should make this call based on what I know about his playstyle. Stay on the defensive. Okay, chances are he's not going to transition into Marines. Or just anything. He's not going to get out of his aggressive attacking style. That would be dumb. I think this one's the better one. Stay on the defensive. Even though I'm giving the chance to win the game immediately, the safe thing to do is tech up to the dropships. But it looks like I won't need to. My precautionary scout uncovers an ambush waiting in a dark corner of my base. With more than enough units and space to micro my marines, I dispatch his zealots with barely any losses. A cannon rush feint into a proxy 2-gate, absolutely ridiculous. With his rush-rooted Stunt quits out of the game without a GG. I won with surprising ease too. Stunt pushes through the dumbfounded crowd and comes stomping over, fury in his eyes. He really didn't expect to lose. You blindly scout the smoke in your base after a cannon rush? Are you kidding me? Who does that? I raise my hands defensively and skirt away from the victory screen splashed across my monitor. Oh god, one of these guys. You did this thing? Who does that? I was expecting you to be like everyone else. I'm not sure this is the player we want on our team. Whoa, calm down. It takes like 5 seconds and you have a reputation for those kind of builds, you know. He makes a disgruntled sound and stares hard at me. You got lucky? What did that say? You got lucky, typical Terran players, and I'm taking back my... What are you yelling back there for? Didn't I tell you to sweep up the back room an hour ago? Stop screaming at our customers and go do something useful, Lord have mercy. Without warning, the woman at the front desk paints Stunt bright red from across the room. Jesus. So hang on a minute. He works there. She glares at him for a moment longer before ducking back behind the counter. Talk about lousy bosses. His anger is replaced with modesty. Stunt scratches behind his head. The middle schoolers have mostly dispersed, evidently destroyed by the cruel realization that their protest god can bleed. Sorry, that's my mum. He gets to practice here for free. Right, got you. That's how he had a password to put in. Anyway, you beat me. Let me go get your cash. His mum? Ugh, even worse. I guess I can see the resemblance, minus the bleached hair. Why would she have bleached hair? Like, he's Korean. They don't have naturally blonde hair unless they're weird. Or interbred with a Scandinavian hard still. Explains how he unlocked my PC at least. Actually, wait. I didn't come here for a bet match. What? But we just played one. I don't have to pay you then? What? No, I'm recruiting for a new team. Excel mentioned you were a free agent. I wanted to see if you'd join up. I guess he thought it'd be funny to trick me into a bet match with you. A foreign team? Why didn't you just send me a message or something? No, a Korean one. And Excel said you'd probably assume I was a fangirl and blocked me. Although I get the feeling that was just an excuse for this whole setup. Couldn't we have just kept it simple? What if I'd lost? Stunt pauses and reaches for his phone. Distracted or no, he manages to carry on the conversation. Oh, good. Nah, blocking you sounds like something I'd do. Anyway, who else have you got? We've got... Wait. Jed is still technically on VIP. Can I tell him that she's planning to leave? What if he tells someone? Why didn't I think of this ahead of time? Yeah, we should just say an unnamed person on a big team. Much easier. You've got... We have some good players about to sign and a sponsor in the works. Nothing official. We're trying everything under wraps until then. Sounds sketchy. A mystery sponsor and mystery players. He doesn't seem convinced. I can hardly blame him. This is a sort of thing is unfortunately common in esports. But Excel did vouch for you. That's some worth, and you beat me, the future Protoss bonjour. That means... I'm not sure what that means. We'll just look it up. In case I'm wrong. The Korean term for a player who dominates the StarCraft scene for a long period of time. Yeah, okay, awesome. Yeah, bonjours have only been Terran and Zerg players. Tells you something about Protoss. Once we've got 4 players and some management, we're going to pick out a team house. You'll need to live and practice with us. I blink once, look away and take the tactical pause. Oh, if your mum will let you move out, that is. He raises to my bait and straightens up, both fists clench. You're damn right she's gonna let me. Alright, consider me signed. If I've got a room and enough money to pay for food, we're in business. We're just hiring him? Why are we hiring him? We beat him. He was rubbish. Like, he was actually rubbish. He was... Oh, this team is going to suck testicles.